about 3 miles back from Fort Myers Beach. This is 7.5 months since a hurricane struck, and I was here 2 months after the hurricane. And all along here, November 28th, when I drove down, this whole street was lined with debris and garbage and remnants from all the homes in this park on the right hand side. So I see it's been all cleaned up. So it's been quite a massive cleanup along here. Looks like Pincher's Crab Shack's open. I'm just gonna turn down here under the Matanza Pass Bridge and see how those restaurants and bars are doing down there by Bonita Bills. Now I see the San Carlos Lodge Mobile Home Park was completely destroyed. I see the homes are still up in there and everything's for sale, but definitely nobody living here. It's good to see these Bonita Bills is open now, and the Dixie Fish House is open, so this is all a good sign. I'm just under the Matanza Pass Bridge that goes to Fort Myers Beach. And we can see the docking here was severely damaged during the hurricane. And I'm at Bonita Bills Waterfront Cafe, and unfortunately they still have a boat that was pushed here on the night of the hurricane, and it's still here. But Bonita Bills Cafe, a restaurant, has been very resilient. They've put chairs around it, and their waterfront cafe is now open despite the boat being here. Doc Ford's Bar and Grill here at Fort Myers Beach is still closed, but they are busy renovating it and cleaning it up, so I presume it may open in the next few months. Right next to Bonita Bills, we see some boats still submerged in the water from the hurricane. But right next to Bonita Bills, it's good to see the Dixie Fish House. A great seafood restaurant is now open and seems to be doing quite well today. I'm just about to cross the Matanza Pass Bridge and go into the town of Fort Myers Beach. And we're going to see what changes have happened since I was here on November 28th, 2 months after the hurricane. And first thing we see coming across the bridge is very prominent is the Margaritaville Resort complex, which of course due to its stone structure survived the hurricane. So it looks like it's well underway. Looks like a few businesses open down here in the downtown area. I do see some people out on the beach, which is a good sign. The biggest change here to Fort Myers Beach, the new Fort Myers Beach, is going to be structures like Margaritaville, which is up. Still a lot of debris to be picked up, but there's been a lot gone, including not the snowbanks, but the sandbanks that were here at the end of November. All the sand has been removed. Lani Kai is not open, but it's obviously under reconstruction. A lot of buildings still just leveled. Most of the debris has been hauled away except the foundations. The Diamond Head Beach Resort looks like it might be open. Yeah, there's all kinds of cars there. I think they're renting out rooms again, so that's a good sign. There's one big pile of sand over here on the right. Perhaps that's some of the sand that they're recycling to go back onto the beach. Lots of these vacation homes and resorts are well under construction, reconstruction. Since I was here at the end of November, certainly a lot more cleanup has happened and a lot more buildings are under restoration, and some of the ones severely damaged have been leveled and are being hauled away. I'm at the Wyndham Garden Hotel on San Carlos Boulevard, which you can see received some heavy damage. I'm not sure if it's going to be rebuilt or not. They certainly have gutted the inside. This is where the sand sculptures used to be held, down at the beach behind this hotel. But one thing really noticeable is this huge pile of sand here. And I presume this is sand being recycled and going to be returned to the beach. Here's one building at the corner of Curlow Street and Estero Boulevard that has been heavily damaged, and it's hard to tell if these homes, some of these homes or businesses, will be resurrected or they're going to be knocked down. I guess it's going to be up to the owners to decide, and the insurance companies. I'm standing in front of the Sandpaper Golf Resort on Estero Boulevard, and it says vacancy. Well, certainly all the rooms in this resort are vacant, but they're empty for a reason, as I'm sure these buildings were damaged during the hurricane, and the structure is still up, but all the rooms need probably extensive renovations. Just showing some more damaged homes just off Estero Boulevard here, severely damaged, and again, I'm not sure if these homes can be reconstructed, repaired, or they'll just be knocked down. They seem to be very heavily damaged. We also see quite a large pile of debris out by the road from another home that was next door. You can see the piles from the demolition of the buildings at the side of the road. Long way to go, Fort Myers Beach, but certainly it has started its recovery and restoration. I just stopped at a public grocery store on Fort Myers Beach, and I found a very positive sign that the Publix will be reopening soon, so there's another good sign of the recovery at Fort Myers Beach when their grocery store can open. This is the Beach Baptist Church just off Estero Boulevard. And this church was heavily damaged when Hurricane Ian struck here on September 28th, but they got reconstruction crews in there, and hopefully in the near future this church will be open. Another church heavily damaged here at Fort Myers Beach is the Chapel by the Sea, which has all been torn apart underneath, and hopefully it is going to get resurrected. And I see the parishioners are going to another church over in Fort Myers for now. So hopefully the Chapel by the Sea will be open to its parishioners sometime in the next year or so when they get it renovated. And I like the sign here, "Be healed, Fort Myers Beach." That's the hope for everyone down here. Here's all that's left of the red coconut RV park. All their park models across the road are all in one big pile of rubble now. Every home in here was destroyed. Another large, humongous pile of sand here just off Estero Boulevard, which I presume is being recycled and is going to be put back down on the beach here. I'm kind of sad that I found Nervous Nellies, a popular restaurant in Anson I used to come here often, right down by the Matanza Pass Bridge, is still closed. So the building is still up, but they must have had some extensive damage. So hopefully Nervous Nellies will be open in the coming weeks or months. This is where Times Square was, the downtown section of Fort Myers Beach. And this, as you can see, everything is pretty well gone here. And there's the remnants of the pier, which was severely damaged by the hurricane. So take a while to get the pier back in shape. As I leave Fort Myers Beach on 7th month anniversary of Hurricane Ian, it's certainly with more hope than I had after 2 months in November 28th. There's a lot more buildings being restored. There's a lot more cleanup been done, and there certainly is some businesses starting to open. So Fort Myers Beach has certainly started its resurrection, but it has a long way to go, and hopefully as time goes on, this paradise will return. But it'll be a new Fort Myers Beach. Certainly our old clapboard cottages and those small places are all gone, but Margaritaville will kind of set the tone for the new Fort Myers.